What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G-Miles World Podcast, and today we're going to be taking a look at the NFL Week 15, 2022. We're going to start off with the Thursday Night Football game, the Niners and the Seahawks. It's not really a lot to talk about in this game. I got to be totally honest, bro. The Niners are built to actually win the Super Bowl just because of the way that, like you could interchange a quarterback. If you think about like the 2000 Ravens and certain teams like that were just able to play good defense, and you just had a quarterback that can make certain plays, Purdy's that guy. Now, Geno Smith, over the last 2 or 3 weeks, since we've been giving him a lot of credit here on the G-Miles World Podcast, he's started to turn back into Geno Smith that we knew of old, making really bad decisions and depending on a defense to help him come back in the game. That's not really stout right now. So the Niners, like I said, the biggest thing about it is, adding Christian McCaffrey, that run game, Kittle is always gritty, 2 touchdowns, 93 yards on 4 receptions. That team, I would be scared to play the Niners because good defense, being able to run the football and just being able to, game plan. Kyle Shanahan does a great job with mixing things up. That team makes me nervous. The Seahawks, not so much. They're coming in at 7-7 now. I don't know what they're going to do, but again, I don't know how long it's going to last. I still give Deebo Samuel a little, I think he needs a little bit more time to heal up. I don't know if he'll be back for the playoffs. I got to take a look at that. But they do have enough with that team. Deebo comes back healthy. You don't want to face the Niners in the playoffs. Definitely a team that you just don't want to deal with. Running the ball, gritty, just ready to roll every single snap and just doing whatever they want. And then Purdy can make plays. The thing that I was worried about while I was watching this game, there's a lot of talk about the fact that if he plays well and brings them into the playoffs, what do you do with Trey Lance? That's what I want to ask you Niner fans. What do you do? Do you let Purdy continue to play? Or do you go back to Trey Lance? I don't know, dude, because Purdy is playing with a lot of confidence and he's doing things to help them not lose. You see what I'm saying? He's able to go in there and play quarterback, the hardest position in the league, and help them not lose games. And also make plays when it's definitely, needed for him to make a play. So we got to wait to see how that works out, but I'm very interested to see how it goes on. For those of you guys that checked out the Saturday games, let me just tell you something, bro. The Colts and the Vikings, all right, 33-zip. Bro, how do you allow that to happen? Matty Dry Ice did this to the Atlanta Falcons when, Tom Brady went there and handled business. And I just think at this point, some of you guys are saying, Jeff Saturday, he's interim, what are we doing? I really think that he's trying to learn on the fly, but you should have a little bit more knowledge of the game because you played the center position with Peyton Manning at such a high level. And I know it doesn't really correspond to both because you can have a really good player that's a really bad coach. Similar to like Michael Jordan when he's drafting players, he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's the greatest player of all time, basketball wise. Sometimes it doesn't really work out, but this is really, really bad. The Colts are done, pretty much they're straight cooked. But this has to be the most embarrassing loss I've ever seen. Vikings complete the largest comeback in NFL history, and they clinched the NFC North. Now, I will tell you this. I'm not scared of the Vikings after watching them play over the last 4 weeks. I just think that you don't know, if you do stuff like this in the playoffs, obviously you're not coming back. The Colts are not a good football team, right? So if you think about it the way that I was viewing this game, I'm like, the Vikings are really trash, dude. What's going on? How do you allow that to happen in the first half? I'm not worried about the comeback. Kirk Cousins, 460 yards, 4 touchdowns, all that good stuff. I'm not worried about all that. What I'm worried about is the fact that you're allowing teams that are trash to do that to you. And then that you can't get off to a start like that in the playoffs. I would probably guess they would be one and done. If I had to guess right now, I believe they would be one and done. I just don't like the way that they're, playing football right now at this time. And that's just my honest opinion about it. The Ravens and the Browns somehow are still 9-5. Although they lost to the Browns. And I got to tell you this, Deshaun Watson has been terrible, but this win was actually something I didn't expect. I thought the Ravens would still be able to win this game, despite the fact that obviously Lamar Jackson is still injured. But again, I already told you guys this. Watson, I don't think we're going to get anything, Watson-like. He did have a couple scrambles running around. He was having a little bit of fun, but the defense won in the game. If we're being totally honest about it, it wasn't Deshaun Watson. He had 1 touchdown, 161 yards. We got to give him a little bit of time to see what he's about. But right now, I wouldn't be too confident about anything he's doing, just to be totally honest with you. The Dolphins and the Bills, this was a really, 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 really good game. Dolphins made a run in the third, scored 13 unanswered. Bills didn't score. And then the Bills just roared back, kicked the field goal to seal the game. Josh Allen, 304 yards, 4 touchdowns. if you were to ask me today, right, will the Bills win the Super Bowl? They also make me nervous because I don't really know what they're doing most of the time. And that's what happens. Like late in the season, I'm looking to see consistency. And I know they came back and won this game. I know the snow came down late, but they had pretty much the game where it was nothing that, they expected a lot more and they didn't get as much as they were going to get. And either way, I don't know what's going on with them sometimes. I will tell you again, Tua, I have to tip my hat to the dude, bro. Like, I didn't really think he would be able to perform this well. I honestly did not. And this just shows you, bro, if you get one skill position, wide receiver wise, right? He has two. He has Waddle and Tyreek. He can't throw the ball deep to save his life. Because even with one of those, not one, but 2 or 3 passes, Waddle had the coverage beat deep for 6. And he had to stop and come back and get the ball. Tua is not a long-term solution. I don't think that he is, but I'm impressed with the way that he's playing. But the lack of arm strength with that speed, they got to get somebody with a bigger arm. Like, if you give those 2 receivers to Josh Allen, Super Bowl, dude, it's done. Waddle and Tyreek, I'm done. I'm good. If you give them those 2 players. So that's the only thing I don't like. You have all that speed and just can't get the ball to them. And that causes a major issue for me, in my opinion. But that was a big, gritty win for the Bills. Eagles and the Bears, hard-fought game. All right. Let's talk about Justin Fields real quick. Is he the best runner in football right now? The best runner? Let me know, bro. The best runner in football. I believe that he is. I think he's better than Lamar Jackson right now. I think he's better than Jalen Hurts. Any running quarterback, I think he's better than all of them right now. Just, quite honestly with you. So I'm just being honest. Dude, the guy is unbelievable. Now, throwing the football is a whole nother story. If he has the big arm, he just can't. He's not there yet. And Jalen Hurts, speaking of not there yet, he can make big plays. His transformation has been unbelievable. Now, I know he had a 2 interception day, but some of his big throws to A.J. Brown is what helped seal the game because the Bears were fighting. The one thing I can tell you, they don't lay down, bro. If you're a Bears fan, you got to be proud of them, man. They don't lay down. And I really enjoy watching Justin Fields play. So we got to wait to see how it works out. I think in the offseason, he has to focus on throwing that football more accurately, getting the ball out, quickly. And once he gets that, in addition to his legs, dude, he's going to be unbelievable. He's going to be a superstar in this league if he's not already. But yeah, Hurts was able to do enough, to bring him back and do what they had to do, and it worked out for him. Eagles, 13-1, best team in football, in my opinion. Even when it's really, really bad, they find a way to win. You can't really knock that. Falcons and the Saints, dude, the Falcons are garbage, but they did start a rookie. So, and I think most people were just happy that Mariota was out. Algier quietly is one of the best running backs in the league, if not the best. I really got a chance to take a look at him, and I didn't know he was this good because I would have definitely been able to, draft him in fantasy if I kind of foresaw it happen. I had no idea. The dude is doing whatever he wants pretty much for the most part of the game. So ATL has a lot of upside. They're just struggling at the quarterback position currently, and that's something they're going to have to fix. But the Saints, you squeeze us out, but now, what are you doing with your draft picks? You guys suck. I don't know what's going on in the NFC South, bro. I don't know who wants to be the worst team. We'll get to the Bucks in a second, but it's dude, you guys all suck, man. And it's not entertaining to watch, with the exception, like I said, of the running back, Algier. I think he showed me some stuff yesterday, but both these teams suck. Lions and the Jets. I got to give the Lions a lot of credit. And remember, I told you guys week 1, although the Lions, we're used to seeing them lose. It's something about Dan Campbell. It's something about Hard Knocks. He wills these guys to win. Now, the Jets had a lot of ample opportunity. Obviously, the field goal at the end was missed, but the Lions are playing like they care about winning. And I got to tell you, I haven't seen this in a very long time. And the confidence that they're playing with, if there was some way mathematically that they make it into the playoffs, I wouldn't bet against them for round 1. I would, if it's somehow they can make it in there. I don't know, you guys are gurus with it. I don't know if the calculation is going to work, or you guys be doing all kind of Pythagorean theorems and all that stuff. If it's any way they can make it into the playoffs, I would not want to play them. The Jets, on the other hand, are just doing a lot of Jet things. You know what I'm saying? They're losing games that they should win, and they've been doing it all season. Nobody believes in the Jets. It is what it is. Steelers and the Panthers. The Steelers are 6-8, all right? I'm waiting to see what happens. Can the Steelers get to 500 so Tomlin doesn't have a losing season? That's all the season's about. The Steelers are not doing anything. I thought they were going to be trying to tank for a draft pick, but I guess they're not. The Panthers, we all know, Sam Darnold, GG's, you know what I'm saying, bro? You suck at the game, but it's not about that. We got to see what happens. I think the bigger story is, can the Steelers go above 500? Place your bets right now in the comment section. And here we go, Cowboys, dude. Here we go. Yo, Dakota Rain Prescott, dude. Dakota Rain Prescott. Dude, yo. Okay, let's start with Trevor Lawrence, right? 318 yards, 4 TDs. I thought this game was over several times before it even went to overtime. And I'm saying to myself, they can clinch a playoff spot with this win. And it's just the Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't lose this game, Dak. And he did. That's, bro, throwing picks. Like, listen, I try to tell the Cowboy fans, I'm like, look, you guys have a lot of talent, but there's always something missing. Ever since he fired Jimmy Johnson, it's been a whole debacle there. I don't think, and I know he apologized, Jerry Jones apologized, but he's pretty much set his fate. There's always going to be something off there because he made his pride go before the team, Jerry Jones, and he thought he was bigger than the team. And I think that has a lot to do with it. And despite the apology, the Cowboys are still like, you paid Dakota Rain Prescott all that money, and nobody believes in him in clutch situations. So it doesn't make any sense because you surround him with all this talent. And I got to tell you, CeeDee Lamb's been playing pretty well. And the team overall, they've been doing what they have to do in most cases. Defensively, I think they've been stout. But, when Dakota Rain Prescott throws the ball to the other team in very, very, unique circumstances, you're asking a lot of the defense. And right now, I think that Cowboy fans are just under the impression that they're going to make it through and everything is going to change for the playoffs. I got news for you, bro. I don't want to be the Grinch. But yeah, no, that's not going to happen. He's going to still do the same exact things in the playoffs, and you guys are going home. It's just the Cowboys, man. Very, very sad to see it. Well, not really. I don't really care. But it's just, I was very, very surprised that they let this game slip away. And like I said, I believe that the Cowboys will be one and done anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Chiefs and Texans. Now, I know some of you guys are going to say, yo, Patty Mahomes could have done a lot more. It's just the Texans. They played hard. They played really, really hard. Took the game to OT. Made a real bad mistake. Like, I don't know what happened with that contain on that McKinnon run, but he was just too open in free space. Like, why was he just running around by himself like that? Like, you're playing, football on the Sunday on Thanksgiving with the family. He was just wide open, by himself, going for 6. But that's what bad teams do. 1-12, that's what you do. So, again, it was a game where you expect certain things to happen. It didn't go down that way. Like, Kelsey didn't score. Like, if you're playing fantasy in the playoffs, you're like, yo, what the hell's this? Like, why didn't he score? It's the Texans, but it's the NFL and things like that happen, but the Chiefs pulled it out. We'll see how. I like the way that they're playing heading into the latter end of the season. Maybe they can do something and get back to the Super Bowl and handle some business. I don't know. Cardinals and Broncos. I think that the team, Ripien, he's not good. I just want to make sure I'm clear with that, right? He's not good, but he's better than Russell Wilson in this situation because the Broncos defense won this game. And I keep telling everybody, right? I'm like, listen, you got to understand right now you're wasting years of this defense because you got Russell Wilson out there. He's not good, but can you cut ties with him? I've been talking to a lot of people about the contract situation. It seems like it's very, very difficult, for them to get out of it without paying him a lot of money. I got to be totally honest. I would just pay him the money and get rid of him because he's not good. And this is a major, major issue. He's not a good player. Well, right now in his career, he's not. He fooled us in Seattle. He's not good. Cardinals suck. We all knew that. But Kyler Murray's out. We know the season's over for them. It's not a big deal. The Broncos, though, they've had good defense all season long. PS2, Patrick Surtain is playing out of his mind. This defense is really good. And then you got Russell Wilson running around throwing Stevies. Like, dude, we just can't have it. And it is what it is. Plus, the coach sucks also. So we got to take a look at that as well. We got to be fair with that. Patriots and the Raiders. All I'm going to say is the way that this game ended is not Bill Belichickian. And I do believe, right, that, a lot of changes are going to have to be made. First of all, the wide receiver has to be cut from the team. Why are you lateraling zeros? Bro, it's 0-0s on the clock, bro. Go to overtime and win the game. What are you doing? Why are you trying to do too much? And he actually said that in the interview. I was trying to do too much. Get that guy out of here. Derek Carr, he played okay. 231 yards, 3 touchdowns. I don't believe in Derek Carr, and I thought the Patriots would win this game and brighten up their playoff hopes. Well, they wanted to do laterals. I don't know what the hell. They weren't losing. So it's like, why are you doing this? And then he threw it right to, dude. All right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It's all over social media. I've never seen anything end like that before, and especially under Bill Belichick. The Patriots should be embarrassed. Titans and the Chargers. Titans fought hard. the Chargers fought harder. You know what's weird? Justin Herbert has sucked this entire season, in my opinion. I think he's taken a step back of being one of the premier quarterbacks. Maybe he can, bring it back and do something later, but I don't think that he's anything that most of us thought he was. I think he's a fraud at this point. But it doesn't really matter. They got the win, and they're still in the playoff hunt, so we'll see what happens. But do I fear this team? No. Do I think that they'll go on to do anything? No. This season. And we got to wait to see if Justin Herbert turns into something else. But I don't know what he is right now, and that's pretty much my opinion of the game overall. The Titans, it was hilarious when I saw Ryan Tannehill peeking out the tent. Did you guys see that? It's just like, he's so trash, bro. But he came back and he was extra trash more, and they still lost the game. But those are just little things that make me laugh during the game that I wanted to share with you guys. It was absolutely hilarious. If you saw that, bro, he's like peeking out the tent to look at Malik like, bro, hopefully he throws a pick. Like, he just looks like a real weirdo. But it doesn't matter. It's over. The Chargers won the game. Bengals and the Buccaneers. Tom Brady contributed to a lot of the turnovers that helped the Bengals come back to win this game. Tom Brady needs to go sit down and he should have left already after he won. And I understand that you still have the fight, the fire, whatever. Leonard Fournette is garbage, but Tom Brady did screw him over with that handoff. I just want to say that. Is Leonard Fournette garbage? Yes. But that handoff, that was a fumble, that's on Tom Brady. I want to just make sure that that's clear. The loss itself, a lot of it goes on Tom Brady. The dude did a lot of weird things in this game, some of which I've never seen before in my life. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but it is what it is, and that's the way he did it. And again, I don't know what he's doing. I have to be totally upfront and honest. I have no idea what Tom Brady's doing, but even with all of that being said, I do think it's time either for him to leave the Buccaneers next season or just retire. I don't know. He's not Tom Brady right now. I think he fell off a cliff. I know he threw for 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he was very horrible in the second half. I don't know. He just looked really bad. And, at the end of the day, dude, listen, man, you should have just left in your glory. The Bengals, Burrow, he started off really nasty, and I was starting to get angry about it, but then he started to, throw some hot ones in the second half. But he had a lot of easy opportunities that were given to him from the Buccaneers. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you giving me all these chances in the red zone. I got to score, you know what I'm saying, bro? So at the end of the day, good win from the Bengals, but I believe that Tom Brady was responsible for a lot of what went on in that game. Now, the Giants and the Commanders, this is going to come down to, I don't know what the ref was doing. Terry McLaurin asked him if he was good when he was at the line of scrimmage. The ref appears to give him the thumbs up and then calls a penalty to bring a touchdown back. I don't know what that was. I don't know if the league is going to investigate that, but I would probably say allegedly that ref may have had something on the game. Like, it's like very obvious at this point. There were several things, even in that Patriots game when the dude was clearly out of bounds, his foot was clearly out of bounds, they called it a touchdown. People have to look at this because there's so much money involved, and it's like, yo, dude, what the heck? Like, bro, you see him ask the ref, dude. You see him ask the ref. Like, I believe that was him. Yeah, I know it was Terry McLaurin. I think it was Terry McLaurin that did that. And I'm just like, yo, what is going on? But ultimately, I did not believe the Giants were going to win this game. But it turned out that the Giants' pass rush was actually more dominant than the Commanders' pass rush. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of, dude, look, man, I don't know what's going on. I got to be totally and 100% honest. Both of these teams are overachieving. So realistically, they are not a threat, but the NFC East is so, like, they're looking like they're like superheroes compared to the rest of the NFC. And I just believe that all of them are overachievers, including the Cowboys. Like, the entire NFC East. It's no way possible they win anything, but they're out there dominating based on their records. Like 8-5 with the Giants. Like, who thought that was going to happen? 7-6 with the Commanders, really? But again, it is what it is. And also on the last play, it was clearly pass interference. So somebody did not want the Commanders to win, because the dude is like literally on him, like he's getting a piggyback ride. It's definitely pass interference. So again, the Giants won the game, but there was a lot of questionable things going on late in the game. I'm gonna wait to see what the league has to say about it, but it was really bad. Other than that's what happened this week. I will see you guys very soon after Monday Night Football. I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in and enjoying the podcast as it goes live every week. Appreciate you guys. Happy holidays. I'm going to talk to you guys soon. Until next time. One love, y'all.